You're tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. And as always, we bring you guys the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got the homegirl Sweats by Stu in the building. Yes, you is. How long it's been? It's been a little minute, too.
About 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
The last time we was in there.
Sure was.
Yes. And I didn't even have a store then.
Yeah, a lot has changed.
Yes.
You were just opening the store.
Yeah.
It wasn't a pandemic neither.
It was not a panoramic.
You want to scoot up to
We
the
could
mic
go
something?
outside.
It most definitely was completely different 2 years ago.
And we was outside.
Yeah.
We was outside real
We was
heavy.
outside.
What do you miss the most about like being an entrepreneur, like pre-pandemic? Like, what do you miss about being able to do as an entrepreneur, not just as a, just a regular person? Because I know we all want to kick the shit sometimes.
Traveling is harder, and the vendors getting closer to the vendors, face to face meetings is hard. Everybody wants FaceTime or WhatsApp. It's harder to literally physically get the product and see the product. I wish I would have took more
to ship and
advantage
stuff
of
now.
that.
Like, do the shipping
Absolutely, and sometimes it can get stuck in custom for a month, 2 months.
Damn. Do you like with that happening? Like, how has the customers been lately? Is the appreciation, like the customer appreciation,
I can
still
honestly
there?
say at first it was very hectic, but I have, I've learned to grow with it and try to, explain to my customers that things are still behind, even though you may see some businesses thriving and still getting orders out fast. That's just not the case with every business, and people have to realize that everybody does things differently. So therefore, your system could be the system that is on a wait or on hold. So, you just have to go with the flow. One thing about business, you can't let anything stop you. You just have to, if this is the way of the world, you have to adjust. And that's just what it is, Unfortunately, it was hectic at first, but, I got over that hump, and it's better now. Shipping is way better.
I mean, explain to people, too, is team-wise. Is it just you? Is it more people under the umbrella? Like, how
now I do have a team. I don't have, like, a whole team full of people that work at the store, but I do have a designated photographer. I do have a videographer. I do have a graphic designer go-to that I can call at any time. I have all of those in place. When it comes to the store, it's just me, and then I do have someone that does help me sometimes, but it's not a permanent thing. I'm still adjusting to learning a store on my own. So to bring someone forth to work for me, I just personally feel like I need a little bit more time to just narrow down things that I want and things that I demand, because I see that I tried it, and I think it's more so on me learning how I want to do things, instead of just going with the flow. Like, oh, I want you to do this today. I want you, like, what all do I demand? What do I need? You have to figure that out yourself.
What's the job description?
What do I want them to do? What don't I want them to do? So it just takes time.
So what was the most difficult part about opening up your store?
The most difficult part was the build out. The build out was hectic. It was in the middle of a pandemic, so I got a lot of scares of the city, a lot of stop and goes, and then just being there physically, having to be at a store to check up and make sure everything is going correctly. And you're antsy about everything, and then you feel like you're babysitting. Because you're like, dang, if I go and I leave, they might not do this today. They might leave early. So it's just like constant being there so you can see just the progress and be on site. Exactly. Like, it's like you sitting in the store watching them build the store out, basically.
So was it boring to watch that?
Yeah, it was boring. It was like,
oh, it's cool that it's coming to life. But
I was nervous.
Y'all putting holes and shit in the wall.
Okay.
Did you help? Did you help with anything?
Oh no.
So get your hands
That's
dirty.
what I'm paying you for.
Don't do that. The most I do is a little organization.
You point.
That's it.
Be like, no, that picture, it's not straight.
That's it. I'm not doing none of that. But I know what I want, and I'm not indecisive. So to me, I think that's like the best business partner you can have. I want what I want. I'm not going to, change my mind. I've been had this in my head, so this what we getting, and then I'm standing on that.
So how long first and foremost, before I even ask you that, thank you for even taking out time to come sit with us too.
Absolutely.
You know, store hours is open right now.
That's right. I had to sneak out.
Hey, y'all go shop.
Appreciate it.
Head over to Sweats by Stu store and grab some gear. I was gonna
Grab
ask
a lot.
That's right.
With the you say you had this in mind for some time. So how long has this process been sitting with you?
For a long time. I've always wanted a store. It's probably been a good 6-7 years I've wanted a store. Yeah.
Damn.
Do you think, like, considering just like your environment and like growing up and like who your dad is, do you think that kind of put your like a store in your mind like very early? Like, did you?
You know what? No, because originally my dreams and aspirations was to be a stylist, and then I was going to become a stylist by working through a corporation. I wanted to like work for Ralph Lauren and be a stylist for a company. That was a dream of mine. Like literally, either Saks or Nordstrom's, or that was what I wanted to do. So I changed and altered my way of thinking once I had an internship and I realized just the way that their system worked, you know, the money coming in and out. I just had a more entrepreneurship mentality. Once I saw the numbers, I think the numbers is what made me alter my mind. I saw that what he was paying for things. I saw what he was selling them for. I saw if they were on sale, what he would get for them, and this is across the world.
So you saw the inside of the game,
So
man.
I'm like,
you saw the
so
inside
you
of the
see the
machine. It
numbers
was like,
for
I can
real.
do this shit
I
myself.
can do this myself.
Right.
Like, wow, you know, this is crazy. Like, how much money you make? You know, like, seriously?
Cut me in and cut me out.
Right.
Listen, I couldn't believe it. So once you see it narrowed down in that way, if you're creative enough and you have that mentality, then you'll take it and run with it. And that's just what I did. I looked at it in a completely different light than other people probably would have.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Just tune back into another super dope episode of iLLANOiZE Radio. If you are watching my face right now on that YouTube, come closer, Ron. Come closer. You know what I'm about to say. Click that link, hit the subscribe button, and also head on over to your local app store and put that iLLANOiZE app on your phone.
All right.
It's been a long time since I did that. I practiced that one in the mirror.
I like that last little way you said it. Good job.
Sound real radio-ish on
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, you know, you got to try that radio voice out now. Got to try it out.
Hey,
so
look.
we're now sitting here with the beautiful Sweats by Stu. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Great.
Amazing. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm feeling the pretty jack in my system.
That's right.
It's-
I like this drink you made
feeling
me.
great.
It's
Yes,
pretty
she's-
great.
You know, we don't
drinking
do
the
you.
pretty
You know,
jack,
we do
That's
you,
right.
right?
That's right.
You know.
I'm feeling the vibes, man.
You know.
Y'all making me feel real at home here.
Oh, you know you family.
Already know.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's the way we want you to
I'm
feel.
feeling the vibes.
Now, you know, Valentine's Day is around the corner. You got the V-Day colors on. So,
Here y'all go.
you know, I gotta know, you know, we in a pandemic.
Here they go, man.
Biko, you about to be nosy.
You're damn
You
right.
finna be in a woman's
Always.
business.
Not like that,
Don't
business.
do that.
I'm just gonna say, look, we in a pandemic. You know, what's something a man can do, you know, that'll be okay during this pandemic that'll still make a woman happy for Valentine's Day, Stu?
You know, my suggestions, guys. Be very thoughtful and not materialistic. That's my thought.
Build a snowman, folks.
Candy,
snowman.
flowers,
When she walk in the door,
nice flowers with her name. Something
A good
very
fragrance.
thoughtful.
The fragrance is nice.
Yeah.
I like to smell good.
Make it
so.
personable. I think that, like I said, I think people just make it so materialistic. A purse, some shoes. You know, like, be thoughtful and think of her. What does she like? Does she miss her grandmother? You know, maybe get a portrait. Something like that instead of just, I'm going to go buy a purse. I'm going to buy some shoes. You know, I'm going to give her some money. I think people just are so
You'll give her some money because she
be
want
more
that too.
thoughtful.
look, that's deep.
You popping out for V-Day, Stu? You popping out with your significant other?
I don't know. I really want to do something, but I'm not sure if time will permit. But if I can, absolutely, I do want to dress up and go somewhere.
You hear that? You hear that, homie? If you listening, All you gotta do, put a blindfold on her, hit a couple blocks, take her back home, had a dinner on the table. You hear me?
Facts.
Had a candlelight, you know what I mean? The candlelight. They had a whole house done up different.
Something going on. Once you hit a block too many times, I might start
Like, bro, you
getting
made too many right turns.
Look, make a right, make a left, go straight.
Get the kick in the thumb. I might get tired. Get pissed.
Look, make a right, make a right, make a left. Park the car. Be like, hold on, we going in. Get one of your cousins or girls and be like, welcome to so and so restaurants. Let me sit you. Have a sit down.
Do
Then
you
you take
know
the
how pissed
blindfold
off I
off.
would be if I take the blindfold
Then
off
take
and I'm
the
in my
blindfold
house?
off.
Okay.
Like, nigga, you took me
And
outside.
phone them on the couch like, yeah, you like your son?
No, folk, come.
And you talking about you got the cousin talking about welcome to Chateau my
You know what I
house.
mean? Look, bam,
No.
the house different, whole different candlelight set. You don't even know we at the house. Yeah,
Man, it's the new millennium,
here.
man. You can get hibachi in your crib. They'll
that's
bring it
true.
to your house,
Look,
man.
cuz grabbed it already. He gon' dinner is served. You feel me? Boom, candlelight dinner. You know?
But don't sleep. Restaurants and stuff are back open.
Yeah, it's
So
a reservation. I'd say
So-
reserve now, right now.
absolutely.
Shout out
Like,
to all my
honestly,
guys
don't
out there.
take me out to
who
try to
Enjoy
pull
enjoys
some
everything
strings.
closed.
Try to pull some strings.
Oh yeah, extra
Just
$100.
take me out after Valentine's
I was just
Day.
about to say your tip go a long way, man.
Now I'm on your IG and I see you got a sip and shop today at the shop.
That's right.
Plug that. Let people know.
I have a sip and shop today for the new Valentine's Day collection. You buy something from the Valentine's Day collection, you get a free drink and a free mask, and it ends at 8.
Well, you got a Valentine's Day little thing popping off, like.
Yes, I have a Valentine's Day collection. I actually have a Valentine's Day collection every year. I actually love Valentine's Day.
So what this collection look like? What we got? What we got popping?
So we have this shirt, which is Queen of Hearts.
Okay.
And then we will have the male version, which is King of Hearts.
Okay.
And then I also have one of my favorites from this collection is the Priceless Tee, which just is a list of my favorite handbags. And it gives the total of them, and it says having his heart priceless.
Damn, you really you be snapping on V-Day.
Yeah.
Put a lot of thought into that's dope. Like,
and then Love is my last one. I used to love the comics Love Is when I was a kid. My dad used to give them to me in the mornings and I would read them. So I did Love Is and made them black.
damn, what makes V-Day such a special day for you? You said this is one of your favorite days.
Yes. I was raised around love and surrounded around love. So Valentine's Day was always a way for my parents to exude love for me, to me. They always got me nice things, jewelry, flowers. My dad would always pick me up from school for Valentine's Day with a gift. My mom would have a gift for me, at home or take me somewhere nice. So it was never about romance and men for me until I got kind of older. It was always a day of love. Like my mom would get my grandmother something. She would get my aunt something, my godmother something. So it was like a day of love, literally. And the same with my dad. He would get his sister something, my sister something. We would always have something nice. So I just feel like you should take your friends out if you don't have a boyfriend. Take your mother out if your mother is single. Go spend time with your grandmother. It shouldn't be romantic. It should just be surrounded around love and people you love.
Girl, you just put me on. Look
that's very true.
I was
Yes.
raised.
I was having a Galentine's this year in Vegas with my best friend.
Yes.
Shout out to Boss J. Because we going to
Nothing's
Vegas.
wrong with
we're going to
that,
Vegas for Valentine's Day.
Spend time with people you love. That's what it's
Now
about.
you back. Now I got a different approach on Valentine's Day.
Yes, instead of thinking of it, the way the internet makes it look.
Yeah, because they make it look like it's just all about
The money.
relations.
Women and
yeah.
I agree.
Let's actually jump into basic branding workshop, which is something you recently put together. Let's talk about that and what got you into wanting to put a workshop together for the public.
So I was already doing branding classes, and they go pretty well. And I've just discovered over time of doing the classes that it's been quite a hassle for people to find good graphic designers and for people to actually understand the way clothes are made and the differences of the printing. Like, I feel like I need something that will be hands-on because it's a disconnection with people, and what or how they think that clothes are made, like how it starts from the beginning to the end. So I just feel like it would help a lot of people instead of them taking a class, leaving the class, and then months later they're still like at a stuck, spot. Now they actually have those people that they can contact at a later date, and they actually have a logo and an actual, some type of idea of the direction their brand would take upon leaving my class, workshop, because they're actually going to leave with the logo. They're actually going to print and press a product before they leave. And that way they actually understand the entire process from the beginning to end. And then they also have those references that they can always utilize.
That's love.
You
go ahead.
Seem like you get a kick out of just giving game to people.
I do.
Like what?
I like it.
Like, what do you get that from? Like, when did you pick that up?
You know what? I just feel like giving away information or just passing something along, it just doesn't hurt anyone. I feel like paying it forward, what will it hurt people? You're paying for my time. That's why I'm charging people. But honestly, I can charge people entirely way more than what I charge because I can give you a lot of information. I'm just feeling like, okay, this is my time, so I'm just going to charge you X amount of dollars. But I like it because it's giving other creatives an opportunity and showing other Black creatives a way of actually getting out here and doing something besides scamming or whatever else they do. Black people also are very creative, but we also have a disconnection with running businesses. So who's going to be the person that's going to tell people, you can do it too? If I could do it, you could do it too. This is how you do it. Because for so long, we didn't even know that we could do this. And now that we can, why not show the girl next door so she can buy a store across the street, and then the guy next door can buy another store down the street from your home. So then that way we could take over more neighborhoods, make more money, and the Black dollar continues to circle. But our mind is so small that we don't understand if we actually bought up our neighborhoods, we wouldn't be in the predicament that we're in. So if we're withholding information from other people to let them know that you can do this too, then where are we going to go? I'm going to die eventually. I can't hold the torch forever. Right. So what is going to happen? I think that's what people don't understand. I'm not going to be here forever. Diego's not going to be here forever. So at the end of the day, someone else has to do it.
I just wish, honestly, more people had that mindset. Because I think, honestly, Chicago as a whole would prevail more if more people across different industries had that mindset. Because I feel you. I'm going to charge you for my time, but I'm not charging you for information.
I'm not,
shit. Because I feel like on some each one, teach one shit. It takes nothing to pass knowledge to the left of you and to the right of you.
Humbly speaking, you're not me. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to be Stu, and it's not going to hurt me to help you. Because at the end of the day, I am my own person. You are your own person. What you want to do can be completely different from the direction that I have for my brand. So I don't feel like I'm hurting anyone by giving my people information that is,
it's accessible to them.
It's accessible information, but I'm just giving it to them in a big, and
then it's also too in a way that we can understand too, because I think a lot of times when you learn about business, it's a bunch of it's a bunch of terminology you've never heard of, and it's a lot of times once somebody breaks it down to you in your lingo, you got a Chicago bitch telling you exactly how to do this. You just that's easy,
and you really getting a list where you don't have to search and you don't have to be skeptical, and you can read anything on the internet. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's accurate. So that's another thing people have to realize, that everybody, people are scared to give people their information or fill out things online because they're like, I don't know if this is real. I never did this before. So it's just a thing of fear as well. So I'm just letting them know this is what's right, this is what's wrong, and these are resources. Now, it's up to you to leave this class and actually take the information I'm giving you. In the hustle, you have to do that part. So at the end of the day, if they don't do that part, then the brand isn't going to go anywhere. So it's not just me giving the information. It has to be you as well.
You gotta do the work.
Now,
you gotta do the work.
Before we get into a music break, you never said how people can join this workshop.
Okay, so you can sign up on the workshop. Sign up for the workshop via DM. You can always call the store. And my contact information is actually like on my Instagram under contact, the number for the store and my email. You can directly email me. Whatever floats your boat. I'm very accessible. I try to respond very quickly. If I don't, just
give her
send me
time.
another
Be
DM.
patient. she's a productive
busy,
lady
man.
out here. Okay.
I'm gonna get back to you, but if you want to sign up, come. All is welcome. I'm going to continue to do it. I think I'm going to do it every other month. So that's what I'm going with for now. I don't want to, overdo it, but I do want to help as many people as I can, and I think it's going to be fun as well.
Great, because when we come back from this music break, we talking about community building. I seen you out here during this pandemic. I seen you. The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
Yo, welcome to iLLANOiZE Radio. It's the one and only Illinois Johnson. Right now, you tuned into the dopest thing to hit the street since
crack cocaine.
I ain't gonna tell you what you should do because you already know what you need to do. Download that app, man. And we still got my girl in the building. Sweats by still.
Yeah.
I love those earrings.
Thank you.
It just get my attention every time. Swag.
How would you, I know this is so random, it don't got shit to do
Go
with
ahead.
what Biko's about to talk about, but like, how would you describe your aesthetic? Like, if you had to give me 3 words.
Dang, I like
deep.
that.
I know.
That's a first, man. Let's say sporty, chic, street.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
That's my style.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
know
I like
Sporty,
that.
street, and chic.
Okay, I like that.
I might throw a dress on with a heel and a fur. I might have on some Timbs with a sports bra and some sweats. And I might just be fly as hell in Louis today. Drip down, Louis head to toe. You never know. It just depends on how I'm feeling. It's my mood. Like, I get dressed depending on my mood.
That's what's up.
Your ass do be looking good. I ain't gonna lie to
Thank
you.
you.
You be definitely flossed
You
up,
dripping.
dripped up,
I do
draped
what
down.
I can, man. I do what I can.
Hell, they thought you was Lil' Kim earlier on Free Ride
I'm not lying.
Live.
They said,
Shit.
look, Kim just walked in.
Thought she was lying. Thought she was about to
They
say.
saw that first.
Hey, y'all,
What
play
rubber
too
with the
much.
B, huh?
Y'all play too much, man.
Throw the hex on the whole family. They saw that first.
That's
They
right.
got Kim out there, y'all.
Legends in the making.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
Now, pandemic took place, as we all know. But you stepped it up. You, Rich Solik, you two came together, partnered up, and gave food during a much needed time when looting was taking place, and just a lot of downhill things was happening. So I just want to know, what encouraged you and Rich So to partner up and do something for the community.
We just was like hearing about a lot of unfortunate families just were struggling with getting food, and grandmothers not being able to make it to the store, just via social media, just a lot of posts. And we were just talking about it just as friends, like round table discussions, like, have y'all heard or did you see? And then we were just like, let's throw something, like, let's have something and just give back. So, of course, we was like, by our names, we know we can put it out and then we can get donations. But then we wanted to, of course, have our own money added to it. And then out of nowhere, it's just like people just began to help us. My dad, my uncle, and other of our peers just heard of it. And then everybody just started helping us. Like, my phone was just like ringing off the hook. I had a center call me, like, that was all the way up north, that was ran by young white kids. They were like literally 23, 24. They called me and they pulled up with like vans of food, like in boxes. My uncle knew Corey. He knew somebody that had frozen meat.
Probably would have cried.
And they pulled up with literally like boxes, like probably like 50 boxes of meat. And in the one box, it's like Polishes, lunch meat, like all chicken, like pork chops in this one box. I'm like, where did they even get this stuff from? I never seen nothing like some of this stuff in my life. Like, so everybody like were stepping up to the plate and helping us. A lot of my friends went to Sam's Club and got like things that I didn't even think about, like, tampons and all of this diapers, like things that I didn't think about. I was thinking about food, you know, and they were getting like all this other stuff just to help people. So it turned out amazing. It just was like a joy to even give back and see those people, and people talk to us and let us know, like, literally, you guys are lifesavers. This is what's going on. We don't have food. We don't have money. Like, you don't know how many people told me that, like, literally pulling me to the side, me and Leek. They're like, you know, we don't know how we was going to eat. I have 6 kids, you know, X, Y, Z. And I'm just like, I cried like 3 times.
That's what I said. I would have cried.
Yeah, I did. I cried like 3 times out there. Like, I had to like take a step away, like take a moment. Cause like people was coming up to me like, baby, you are an angel. And I'm just like, I'm just thinking I'm just doing something small. I didn't think that, you know, it would be such a big deal. And it just turned out to be beautiful.
When you do stuff like that and you feel like, man, like you just said, like, I'm just doing something little, but then you look at the government and be like, if I could do this shit on my own, I know y'all could do way the fuck more. Like, does that make you frustrated?
Yes, absolutely. Like, we probably spent like $5,000, you know, collectively, like, as a whole, everybody. And it stretched very far. We were out there from like 11 o'clock to like 8 p.m. passing out stuff.
Damn.
We fed half the neighborhood. We got rid of everything. Like, we didn't leave with nothing. It was so much stuff out there. And literally, people were constantly coming back. People were leaving and coming back.
Because they
More
needed
stuff.
it.
We got food. Now we're about to come back and get toiletries.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got this. Now we're going to come back and get this. Or I can't walk this far. You know, I'm going to come back and get stuff. And they're coming and asking us. And we like, baby, you can take whatever you want. Like, there's no limits. I don't care what you take. I don't care if you've been here 2-3 times. Because at the end of the day, if you're here, I know you're here for a reason. You don't have to tell me that. It's fine. Like, that's what I want you to do. Take it. We not take. You know, we didn't buy it for us to take it back.
Right.
To get that energy from people, like, you probably wasn't even thinking about coming through like that. Like, how did that feel to see so many people from the city just all come together to help for a cause?
It most definitely showed me that we should do it more. It definitely showed me that a little goes a long way. If you know a lot of people, if 100 people send you $5,
right?
You know. If you think about it in that aspect, you know, and that's what made me realize that, like, you know, we'll come together quick for a party or a little stripper bowl or something, but when it comes to helping out our neighborhoods, we tend to kind of be like, oh, I don't want to do that, but a little goes a long way, and that's definitely what that showed me. Like, we literally, it took like 3 days to put that stuff together.
Now,
quick.
I kind of am interested now. So since you have your store now, so like, you know, of course I know you want to have your store for a long time. So do you feel like you'll eventually kind of become like a staple for the community with doing stuff like that?
Absolutely.
Because it definitely sounds like it's something you guys want to do again. I ain't going to put no words in your mouth, but like, do you see that for your future? Like, you just
no, that's
kind of
like
holding
permanent.
your
like
that's
like
down.
Permanent. Like, I'm always going to give back. Like, if school was in, I was giving away book bags. Christmas, I was, you know, adopt a kid for Christmas. I'm all for giving back. When I get to a certain point in my career, I actually want to open up a Boys and Girls Club. That's a dream of mine. Dope. So I do, like, really, really believe in giving back. It's like a big thing that I feel like we should do just to help out our communities. I mean, I have a store in my community. A lot of people support me. I live great off of my people. So what is it going to hurt for me to give back 3 or 4 times a year? Nothing. And bring people with me and make them help me as well. Look at Inglewood Barbie.
And then y'all impact too, like just the type of people that came together to do it. I think just the impact of each individual and how that spread. That's
and
why
shout
y'all
out
got
to
the
my
numbers.
friends, all the designers, they were there. Every last one of them. All the Chicago brands were there. Everybody pulled up. Even my dad and my uncle pulled up. Like, everybody came. And even if you stopped for 10, 15 minutes, it meant the world to me, because it just showed me that people aren't as selfish and selfless, you know, as people make us seem, you know, because they're like, okay, I can't do a lot, but I brung this, I brung that. You know, so many people are like, I'm sorry, this all I could bring. And I'm like, no, this is enough. Like, whatever you bring, it helps. Everything helps. So people don't understand it. Like I said, if 200 of us is bringing one thing, that's a lot. Yeah, like it goes a long way. So I was like, man, this is love. It's just that the pandemic has put a dent in a lot of things, but I promise you, once this lifts back up, we'll be back doing a lot of events, and we definitely want to get into doing more things for the kids. We talk about that a lot amongst friends, just the youth. So I would love to do something for them specifically, like even if it's just like an open gym or, something along those lines, just to give them something to do.
Or shit, put some of them in workshops too, because I think, like, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, Biko, but I think, like, with the generation now, like, they're so tech savvy and, like, they're way more advanced than we are. Like, they know how to do video editing. They know how to do so much just based off apps. Like,
that's so
you
true.
Never know what kid may, really like to draw and be like, damn, I just went to an after-school workshop and just got a shirt print press, and now you just birthed a designer. So, like, even stuff like that, like, I think, like, because, like, I always say, like, certain, like, when it comes to black businesses, like, we don't just need fashion. We don't just need black fashion, black beauty. We need black plumbers, black laundromats. We need black everything. So I think the more opportunities you give to expose kids to whatever, like that, you can't go wrong with that, because some kid is gonna find something that resonates with them, and I feel like that's the importance of, like, what you do is, like, showing that, like, damn, somebody care about y'all, and then look at what we do. Like, we not rappers, we not ballers, you know what I'm saying? Like, we low-key normal people. I came from humble beginnings just like you, but I worked hard, and this is what I was able to do for myself and my community now. I think that's just shit that we need to do more often.
And it shows them that you can tap into something aside of what is on, black and white. A teacher, a doctor. You could create your own lane, It's all on, your what's up here. At the end of the day, like, I've always felt that these kids have a way better opportunity than I even had when I was growing up, because fashion wasn't a big deal when we were growing up. My mother was like, you want to be a stylist? Like, what? You ain't gonna make no money being no stylist.
Those were real, like, dreams. Like, they seem so far-fetched.
She's like, no, you're going to go to school, ma'am, and you're going to get a job, and then you're going to work your way up to the top. So if I had what they have now, I would have been open the store. I would have been doing clothes, and if I had that. So I definitely believe in that, because it's some little girl, little boy that definitely wants to make clothes, or can draw, or can sew, whatever.
Can put some pictures together on in graphic design. Now these days and age, that's
so true.
That's what they into. Do you think? Okay, so now I know you just recently opened up your store here in Chicago, and, like, didn't you used to live in Houston? I'm nosy, so I know you used to live in Houston.
I used to live in Houston. I don't remember the exact years, but it was 5 years. 5 years. My 5th year I left.
Do you think you would, like, once you have Sweats by Stu, the store established here, would you thinking about expanding to other places across the country? What you want next? A warehouse? Like, I just gotta know, like, what's next for you?
I really don't want to expand in different cities. I am more hooked on wanting to expand the actual brand. Okay, so what I really want is, like, Sweats by Stu, and then I will have lines underneath it. So I will have regular Sweats by Stu, then I have SBS Denim, then I have SBS Activewear, SBS Kids. That's what I want to do. That's my dream.
Gotcha.
I don't have dreams or aspirations to have a store in Atlanta or have a store in Houston. It's just something that I don't, like, it's not, like, at the top of my list. Would I do it? Absolutely. But my main goal is to actually expand my brand.
So do you want a warehouse? I know that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would love to have a warehouse, and I would love to expand a side of what I sell, which is streetwear. I want to be in a completely different category. So I would love to get into denim. I would love to get into high fashion. I would love to also get into kids. And I actually want to get into underwear, like, not actual lingerie,
but like basics.
Yes. Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, the leggings with the joints that you got,
you was the first person to do that,
and now everybody.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody got it.
Yes, I know. I love.
You should have patented that shit. Like,
I should have patented a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, I remember when you showed them on your Instagram and on Twitter. I'm like, damn, them look good. And then it should just
start seeing women at Walmart like, damn. I'm still getting all the money. Still getting all the money out here. Get all the women looking thick. Thick.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I'm happy that you decide to expand the brand and keep it here because that's gonna bring traffic.
Yeah. Cause think about it. Okay, I'm on 83rd now. Let's
good
just say,
spot too, right by the E-way.
Hypothetically speaking, then I would go on like 95th or somewhere in the suburbs or somewhere up north for activewear, yoga, because that is what they like over there, you know.
For real,
so that is what I want to do because I'm like, I want to stay in Chicago. I know everybody love going out of town and everybody want to move out of town, but that's not what I want to do. I want to travel. I want to live in Chicago. So if I want to live here and I'm going to be here, then why not just continue to expand here? I don't have to put myself in a box and stay in the lane of making streetwear. I'm going to continue to always make it, but I don't have to just stay there. I can always, expand into something else. How many black women, make like denim? How many black women, so I think about stuff
black
like
women
that.
dominating in the fashion.
I think it's dope that you just even want to stay in Chicago because the inspiration here to inspire the next young lady, the next man, the next little boy is deep because every city got it. You can go to New York and they can see so many people in Manhattan walking past. You can go to LA, you can see so many people walking past. The same with Atlanta, but here you can walk down. You don't get that same vibe. You don't get to see the same people. But so when a young lady or a young man walk in your store and they meet the person that made the shit in here, it's like
that's a big influence.
That's damn. She right here in the hood. She right here. I can see her. I can touch her. If she could do it, I could do it.
Do you think that with the upcoming rise of a lot of different Chicago fashion brands, that like Chicago in general is starting to build more of an actual fashion industry here?
I think that we been had a fashion industry. I just think that now with what's his name? Off-White with him.
Virgil.
Okay, with Virgil and Don C, with they like being more shedded, even Kanye with the Yeezys. You have to understand the power that their name holds, and then behind their name is Chicago. So then it's only right that people are going to start to acknowledge more people from Chicago because now these big names are kind of shedding a light on us. It's the same thing that Terrence J. Did you guys watch the Terrence J. interview I had? That was the first thing that he said to me and I thought that was funny. We had an interview, and I did an interview with him, called The Black Market, and the first thing he said is, why is Chicago at the forefront now? Why is everybody talking about Chicago? And I'm like, everybody steals everything from Chicago. Although people don't want to say it and they don't want to give us the recognition, it's just what it is. Did people just start, becoming black designers in Chicago? No, this has been going on. But because of the people that are now at the top of the chain food, now people are like, oh, okay, let's look at more people from Chicago.
I feel like it's putting us on the map more.
It is. And like I said, it's shedding a different light on us. Instead of the Chief Keef or the Lil Durk and the this and the music, now they're like, oh yeah, they make clothes too? That's just what is going on. Now they getting to look at more people that are in Chicago. It is a lot of talented people in Chicago.
It is.
It is a lot of women and guys I know that make cold clothes in Chicago. It just is everywhere, and different clothing as well. Like, look at Ron Lewis, you could just look at people that we actually know, and you're like, it's different, it just shows the difference of us and other people. And I'm happy that now they're showing us in the limelight a little bit more. We deserve that. Yeah. We deserve that.
I've been seeing bigger brands connect with
more. Joe Fresh Goods, he's a great example of someone that has been working hard, and he has so many big name brands working with him, and it's just so motivating to see, because it's like, if a guy from out west, regular guy from the hood, from the streets, can do this and get Converse to come and ask him to work with them, why can't I do this, 2-3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever. We all can do it, and I love it. I love to see it. It just is very motivational, and it makes you want to work even harder so that you can get that light shedded on you as well.
Yeah, look, Stu, I appreciate you sliding. I did want to tell you this. I want to tell you, when it comes down to the community building, keep us in mind.
I will.
Definitely keep us in mind.
I
We'll love to help out.
I'm glad you told me that. I sure will.
Yeah,
keep
I'm
you
like,
guys in mind.
let me make sure I remind.
Yeah, I love the
let
kids.
me make sure
Yes,
I remind
me
you.
too.
I love the kids.
Me
Yeah,
too.
keep us in mind. We'll definitely pop out.
I actually want to do something big for Juneteenth. So hopefully, something lets up, we can get a big,
I feel like that'll be buzzing.
deal.
If
and
we do
have,
like a
something,
big ass Chicago Juneteenth,
yeah, like have like a
That'd be
fair
so
or
lit.
something
That'd
like
be dope.
that. Like
Yeah.
everybody come together, like me,
Kids
you,
getting
Lee,
face painted
this
and
brand,
shit.
whoever
That's
want to help
beautiful.
us. Have a stage, have people come perform, like the
That'd be
whole
You know
shebang. Have
Yeah.
tables.
We gotta put that
I think we should turn the,
Have
turn the
people come
camera
sell
off.
We gon'
stuff.
Wait,
we gonna talk
wait,
about that
That's your
off
IP.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
like
gonna discuss
that'll be cold,
Take that
right?
off air. Most that's something dope right there. You just hit a mark
I'm
right
telling-
there.
I've been thinking this because I'm like, man, if they let us be outside, we gonna be outside.
Real,
For
real,
real, for
yeah.
It ain't nothing to get a little braver so we can get in the park,
Yeah.
That
That's
is
true.
very easy
Get
to
the
get
damn
though.
round
Look,
It's a
y'all just
yeah.
heard a snippet. Y'all just heard a
Yeah.
little snippet of what may come. So definitely, again, we appreciate you for sliding through on this Saturday, taking time to come chop it up with us, even though you got some events going on at the shop. So we appreciate
That's
that.
right. You gotta work with what you got. That's right.
And also, again, congrats.
Thank
congrats
you.
on the new beginnings. Congrats on the shop.
Thank you so much.
Again, let people know where they can find you. Let people know where they can get in tune with the workshop and how they can purchase some clothes as well.
Yes, my store is now at 5 East 83rd Street. It's right across the street from Shell gas station, right off the expressway. I'm open every day, 12 to 7, Sunday 12 to 5. And I sell streetwear, men's and women's clothing. If you ever want to sign up for anything or get in touch with me, you can always find me on Instagram or sweatsbystuonline.com. I love you guys. Thanks so much for having me. I haven't done a lot of interviews last year or this year, so I definitely appreciate you guys as well. This pushes my brand just as well as it helps you guys. So I love speaking to other Black entrepreneurs because you guys are entrepreneurs
And
too.
we Black owned, baby.
Yes,
Thanks,
and
baby.
Black,
I
black,
love the
black,
radio. You guys
black.
know I like talking shit. So.
Oh, you more than welcome to come on here and talk as much shit as you want.
Hey.
So if y'all ever need me for topics, just call me. I'm available.
Oh, you should have
you
said
shoulda
that.
said that.
Look, we do that all the
All right,
time.
now when you get a DM every
I would
week,
love to spice
Like, what's
things up in here if y'all ever
Look.
need me.
Got my Birdman rubs going
Look,
down.
hey, look, we gonna be blowing you up. Hey, yo, we
when
need a
you get a
topic.
I'll be like,
every
on
week.
my way.
We should have hit you up today.
right?
For
We
real.
should have put her in the group chat. Like, so what's the topic for
What's
today?
today?